Hello, once again, one and all, and welcome back to the Menosphere. I am your host, Will Martell. And if you get the opportunity, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification button for all future content and to be informed. Okay, so today's episode of the Menosphere I'm doing from my office and stuff like that because I am currently working on a project from the legendary author Stephen King, one of his short stories, and I am getting ready to convert that story into a screenplay. So it might be a while before I upload any videos. I'll be probably doing some videos on a run, some 5-minute stuff or whatever, but there won't be really any full episodes until I'm done with this production because I'm planning to shoot it in between July and August. But right now I'm prepping the screenplay and getting ready for it. So that's what I've been busy working on. Okay, anyhow, my reason for stopping by today and doing this episode of the Menosphere is basically, it's based upon something that I came across earlier while watching this other channel, and the gentleman that was hosting this video was dead on about a lot of stuff, but he was reading what really intrigued me about the video was he read an email from a woman that had obviously cheated on her husband, and it was a 20-year marriage, okay? The marriage, they got married in their 20s after college, and then as time went on and stuff like that, this guy was really, really good to her. I mean, from the description, he was a power lifter. He was 6'4", 6'5", and about maybe 280 pounds or something like that. But a big fellow, okay, a big guy. So she said that she had no complaints in the marriage in terms of how he treated her. He took care of the kids. He helped her, and the list goes on. But she said something was missing, that spark, which is bullshit, okay? I'm going to just say that right now. That spark and chemistry and all of that, it's garbage, okay? It's either you're attracted to somebody or you're not feeling them, okay? All this BS, this Nicholas Spark bullshit that some of these women come up with. Oh, there was a spark. There was chemistry and, fucking lightning bolts and, fireworks going off and all that stuff. That's just such BS, okay? And that's and I'm being 100 about that. Okay, so anyhow, she said the sparks wasn't flying between her and her husband anymore, and she wasn't having sex with him. And, this guy's a soldier because I've been in that spot and I know exactly how he feels. Ladies, it degrades a man when you withhold sex from him, okay? You're not in the mood. You're tired. You're coming up with 100 different million excuses, not to sleep with your own husband or your boyfriend. Now, if that's the case, you know what? You tell him you're not attracted to him anymore, and then you get to stepping. That's it. 100%. No BS behind that. That is what you should do, because it is a waste of time to have a guy that's trying to go out of his way for you, doesn't mind doing anything for you, and he's a good guy, and you end up stomping all over him. Okay? It is a waste of time. It is a waste of his time, and it is a waste of your time to do that sort of thing. So if you are not feeling attracted to this guy anymore, then it is your job and your responsibility to let him know, and then walk out of the relationship, and he'll respect you later for it. Because the longer you stay and you withhold sex from him and you give him all these reasons, oh, why you're not going to have sex with him, why you're not going to be intimate with him, that you've got a headache, you're on your rag, whatever it is, stop it. Okay? Stop with the BS and tell that man, because he deserves to know. And you should be letting him go, because there is probably a woman out there that will treat him 10 times better than how you're treating him. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say on that. But anyhow, this woman that was married to her husband for 20 years, they got married in their 20s, they got married out of college, whatever it was. She said there wasn't sparks anymore and they weren't having sex. And all of a sudden, she meets a guy at work. Okay, so she meets this young, handsome Chippendale dancer at work, and they're flirting, and flirting leads to her having a full-blown affair with this gentleman. Okay? Now, what makes matters even worse than that is that how it all came to a head is that one day, and before I get into that, the husband knew something was happening and he suspected. So what he did was he walked up to her one day when they were at a family gathering, and because he had noticed that she had kept running off to the bathroom and then coming back and then running off again with her phone and then coming back, and she noticed that she spent more time texting, okay, than spending time with him and the family. And he politely told her, whoever you're texting, to tell them that you are busy with your family and you don't have time. He simply told her that. He took control of that situation. Well, how it all, like I was getting ready to say, I wanted to go and just fill that little tidbit in. How it all came to a head was this. The husband goes off to work, and I believe he was working 12-hour days or something like that, 13-hour days, whatever it was. He goes off to work. So while he's at work, she feels like, oh, okay, well, we can go and get a quickie at my house. So she takes the guy, okay, her AP, takes the AP to her house where her and her husband share, went into their bedroom where her and her husband used to have sex, and she is having sex with this guy. Now, meanwhile, the husband forgets something, whatever it was, and he returns to the house. He walks in the room, he hears something going on, he walks in the room, and he busts her, getting her back blown out or whatever lewd thing that she was doing to this guy. And he just stood there watching, and she screams. Dude falls on the floor. The AP falls on the floor. I mean, she literally kicks him out of bed. And she starts screaming. And this guy, who is 6'4", 280, and built like a fire plug, is standing there shocked. Okay? He is standing there shocked. And the first thing he said, and he was very soft-spoken according to this woman's email, he told the guy he had 3 seconds to get his shit and get out before he catches a case for murder. And he would have had every right to do it. Just saying. So, he slowly gathers all of his stuff up. Okay, now while he's gathering his stuff up, the woman says something that's so incredibly dumb that I was laughing my ass off, and I'm like, oh man. And she says to her husband, who is standing there, trying to keep his composure to this very traumatic experience. And he stands there and she says, oh, it's not what it looks like. I can explain. Seriously? Is that the best that she could have done? Explain what? Explain what? How you haven't been giving your husband sex for probably 7, 8, 9 months or whatever, or you're giving him charity sex or whatever, and then because you have been getting your back blown out and bobbing and weaving some other dude because you're not attracted to your husband, what are you going to explain to this man? So as it went on, he told her, get your shit, pack your shit, and get the fuck out of my house. That's exactly what he told her. And applaud him for doing that. Okay? Because that's what I would have done. Okay? But that's just me. Okay, so after all of that, he's getting ready. He needed some time, so they spent some time apart. She said that she spent every day crying. Yeah, boo-hoo. Okay, look, lady, you made a choice to do that. You know, that guy didn't make you sleep with him. You slept with him because you wanted to sleep with him. So, you know, that whole, oh, he made me. No, nobody can make you do a damn thing, period. You did that yourself. So in the email, she continues to explain, oh, I was so hurt. I was so upset and, you know, this and that. And, you know, and she's explaining all this stuff. But yet and still, after all of this man takes her back. This man takes her back after all of that. Okay, now I have a rule. Okay, and there are plenty of other guys that have the same rule. If you go out and sleep with somebody else, if you do not respect me and whatnot, and you feel like you got other options, then you know what? I'm the type that I'm going to let you go off and pursue those options. Period. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to say, I'm damn sure not going to ask why. I'm just going to let you do it. And then when you go off and do it, you just know one thing that is for certain, that you will never, ever return. That's it. You're gone. You're done. You're finished. You're finito. The final curtain. It's done. Okay? Done. And that's the way I've always been. I'm not friends with an ex. I don't want to be friends with exes and stuff. I don't leave the door open for any of them to return. Because look, if you know, and I'm talking to my guys out there now, if guys, if you know that you have been the best man to a woman and she decides that there's not enough of a spark in your relationship, or she's comparing cock sizes or something like that, to somebody that she may be interested in or involved in or probably then sucked off or whatever, look, let them go. Like I said before, let them go. Let them go pursue that. Let them go and go for what they know. I mean, because I'm a firm believer in, look, never stop anybody from doing what they want to do. Okay, period. But I thought the whole disrespectful part of the story was that this woman, the wife, took another man back to her house where he was paying all the bills and paying everything and working hard every day and stuff to provide for her and protect the kids and things like that. And she disrespected this man by taking another man back to their house, their home, and sleeping with another man in their bed. I thought that was just ridiculous. And I for one, think that man was a hell of a guy for taking her back. Okay. But it wouldn't have been me. I would not have taken her back. But ladies, let this be a lesson. If you have a good man, you keep him. If he has been great to you, and he has tried for you, has remembered your birthday, and has gotten you things for Christmas, remembered your birthday and all of that stuff, and being a man to you, and things like that. Look, if there isn't a spark anymore on your end and he's still in love with you and he's trying his best, then you know what? You owe it to that man to tell him that you are no longer feeling him in a physical sort of way, and you are not even liking him anymore, and you don't want to keep him hanging on. Look, you owe it to him to do that much. You owe it to him. Because if he doesn't know, he's just going to go on his business as usual. But then meanwhile, you're getting your back blown out in the back of your car. You're at a hotel. You're sneaking off, at lunchtime and stuff, feeling it anymore. And then leave it at that. And then you go your way and they go their way. Because look, there will be a woman out there for that good man that will treat the man like he wants to be treated and like he treats her, with respect, if she made another choice, and those choices are all right. But don't expect me to leave the door open so you can come back and, feel like that you can come in and out of. No, it doesn't happen that way. And I've never rolled like that, no matter how I felt about, about a woman, period. I've never done that. And the one time that I did it, it was the biggest mistake I ever made. So I have a pecking order, and that's on the list of things that I don't do. I do not take back exes. I don't talk to them. Hey, look, we had what we had. You decided that you wanted to go off and do something else. Well, that's great. That's fine. Wonderful. But I'm not going to sit around and leave the lines of communication for you to walk back in. No, I move forward. That's what I do. I move forward. It's like in business. Look, you hit a snag, you hit a snag in the road and stuff like that. You come to a fork in the road, you keep moving forward. That's what you do. Business, life, all of that. You keep moving forward. Okay? You keep moving forward. Take the punches. Roll with it. Keep moving forward. He's going to start noticing certain things when you're not having sex with him, and if in fact these things do happen, guys, you owe it to yourself to walk out of the relationship and wait until that woman comes along that will respect you, that will respect your boundaries, that will respect you as a man. Okay? Period. So, ladies, remember, you got that good man, you fight to keep him. Because let me tell you something, after you get 40, after you get 50, after you think you still got it, but let me tell you something, that pretty much that sexual market value tends to go down, and dating in your 40s and your 50s, it ain't no joke. Okay, I'm going to just tell you. And a lot of single people out there that are 40 and 50 and beyond, they'll tell you themselves, it is not easy. It is not easy the older you get. So if you got that good man, or even dudes, if you got that good woman, you know what? Just leave it. Leave it as is. That doesn't mean take bullshit off of them. That just means, hey, you know what? I know what I got. I know what I got here. So I don't need anything else. And I'm not going to go out and I'm not going to fuck around and things like that, because I don't have to. My philosophy used to be, if you have a refrigerator full of food, then you never ever have to order out. Okay, this is Will Martell saying so long from the Manosphere until next week. And remember, every day above ground is a good day. Deuces!